Hi, my name is Lisa Dodson. I'm the creator of ServeMaster. I want to give you a really easy and quick 4-step process to either teach yourself how to serve or to improve your serve. Now, something that people just really don't understand about ServeMaster is that it can be used for any type of serve. You can use it for a slice serve, a kick serve, a flat serve. You can use it for a pinpoint stance, for an abbreviated take back. You can vary where your toss arm goes. You can practice jumping. So I think lots of people believe that it's only for one thing, and that's to get your arm swinging in the correct way. And that is a major part of it. But it's also a tool that's used to coordinate every movement of your body for every type of serve. So in my instructional, I'm going to be giving sort of basic techniques. So I'm going to give an average place for your feet to be placed for your stance. And I'm going to be using a classic take back. And you can modify that. You can do whatever you want with ServeMaster, and it's going to help you, no doubt. So I just mentioned a couple of ways that your serve can vary, such as pinpoint or platform stance, different types of take backs. Your toss arm can go in slightly varying directions. So those things are individual to your own serve. A couple of things that just cannot vary are your grip. That's got to be a continental or further over to the left for more of your heavy spin type serves. You're going to be pronating on every serve, pronating to contact. Your toss arm is going to be fully extended on every serve, and you need to keep your eyes nailed to the ball and your head up every single time. So those things do not change. So we're going to start working on that, and I'm going to take you through the 4 steps right now. So we're going to just talk briefly about the grip. I have a racket and a ServeMaster here, and you'll notice that the ServeMaster has a check mark here, an R, and a check mark above and below, and it corresponds directly to the tennis racket grip. So what we want to do is we want to put our hand, the V on your hand, between your thumb and your forefinger, on that check mark, on the upper one or the lower one, depends on the size of your hand. And we want the base of your hand to be hanging off of the grip. And we want a nice loose grip on the grip as well. So on your tennis racket grip, it would look something like this. And here on your ServeMaster, it looks like this. There's a left-handed marker on the other side. So the reason you have to hold this grip is because how you hold on to the grip allows your hand and your wrist and your elbow and your shoulder to act in a certain way, in a natural way. And so if you hold a forehand grip, you're completely shutting down that natural motion of your joints. So I'm going to show you what we're going to do here first with your ServeMaster. I'm going to put my hand on the grip, and I'm going to set up like this, so that my tricep is parallel to the ground, my elbow is back toward the back fence, and my toss hand, for right now, we're going to just start it up. So we're going to say, I've completed this part of the serve. What we're going to do is we're going to swing up to a contact point, and we're just going to let the ServeMaster, since it's weighted on the end, we're going to let it carry over. There are a couple of things we have to do to make that efficient. The left hand, the left arm, has a specific job for the serve. It doesn't just launch the ball for you to try and hit. It's got another big job, and that is going to be to pull out of the way and pull you up in the air, pull your chest up in the air so that you rotate forward. You're going to combine that with your back foot. For a right-hander, that's your right foot. So my right foot is going to push from my foot to my calf, to my knee, to my hamstring, to my hip, and make my hips come around. So the left arm and the right leg, they're going to work together. All right? It's not as simple as just taking a swing with this, because we have to build towards doing a complete motion. So it's going to look something like this. I'll do it from all sides. And you're going to notice every single time my toss arm has come down and it's waiting for the ServeMaster to arrive, and I'm catching it in the middle of the court. Actually, I don't like to say catching it. I like to say swing it into your left hand, because we got to train the toss arm to do its job. Its job is going to be to stay straight, lift the ball into place, set shoulder angle, and then pull our upper body around and up and finish somewhere over on the left side of the body. We see all kinds of different things. You'll see some of the pros, Andy Murray finishes all the way back here. You're going to see all kinds of different things, but basically it pulls down the center line of your body, works with your right leg, and finishes over here. So watch again. See, I'm catching it. I'm catching here. Hopefully you can see too that my right leg is helping out with this whole thing. Since I'm trying to rotate in one direction, I want my left arm is going to pull and my right foot going to the knee to the hip is going to push. So I'm going to finish with my right foot flat towards the back fence. Now, of course, all that's going to change. Once you get going, you may end up leaving the ground. You may do a pinpoint stance. Those things are going to start to vary, but for pretty much everybody, you need to start with the basic stuff, because advanced stuff is just the basics done exceptionally well. You can branch out from there. And a lot of times, people with big plans for the game try and skip over some of these steps, and they go to the fancy stuff, like a pinpoint stance and jumping to the ball. That is a much more difficult thing to do than a platform stance, because the timing is more difficult. So I'm just encouraging all of you to be able to go through this motion, get a fluid motion where your arms and your legs and your whole body is working together before you try anything too special, okay? So this is step number one. And you're going to notice that my contact point is out in front of my right shoulder, right? Right now I'm not contacting over my head, I'm not contacting behind me. I'm trying to just naturally let that weighted end go, the whole time keeping my head up so that I can keep sight of the ball. So when I go to contact with this nice loose grip, it's called pronating. And pronating simply means that your wrist is acting the way it wants to act. Your hand is going to turn over, and the butt of the racket will come out the right side of your hand. So if you see it from the front view here, what you're going to see is my hand is finishing out to the right, and the butt of the racket will be out to the right. I'll show you from the front and the back. See it turning over? And it looks like this with the racket. That's a movement that is not forced. That's a movement that's natural. If you relax, if you're swinging to the correct point, and your grip is correct. So that's what we're aspiring to do every time. I call this the center of the serve. It's the most important part of the serve. That's where you're going to get your power, and you're going to get a lot of your power from using your legs, using your toss arm, and snapping up to that ball.